right, so let's go. Clarity Quest Day 3. Neysa Jones here. I want to, first of all, thank you for joining. And those of you who have been with me for days 1 and 2, I am happy to have you here. Day 3, though, we're going to go ahead and get started. First, I want to start off, as I always do, with my definition of clarity. My definition of clarity. And it goes like this. Clarity is knowing who you are, whose you are, what you carry, and how to release it into the earth. Again, knowing who you are, whose you are, what you carry, and how to release it into the earth. So I want to let me do a quick recap on days 1 and 2. Day 1, what we talked about was the first part of that definition. Clarity, getting clarity on who you are. And I provided you with a gift. I told you I'm also an educator, so I gave you a little homework. I provided a gift, a free playbook entitled Discovering Who You Are, the Foundation of Clarity. And hopefully you all took advantage of that. I also put that in the comment section. I tagged that link there. So if you haven't gotten that, you still have time to get it. I'm going to tell you though, you really can't go any further until you do the first thing. You got to sit with yourself. You got to sit with yourself because that's where it all starts. That's where it all ends. All right. So getting clear on who you are, that playbook will help you tremendously. Last week, week 2, we laid into knowing whose you are. Key to clarity is knowing whose you are. And I dropped a couple of keys with you there. The first one was, the first one was to get clear on you, get clear on him. To get clear on you, get clear on him. That was the first key. The second one was hearing clearly requires unclogging. All right, so if you didn't catch those 2 keys last week, go back and watch the replay. You can catch it on my page, you can catch it on my YouTube channel, a whole lot of different places. We'll go ahead and catch that. Tonight, man, I have some more keys for you. I heard some people lost some keys. I found some for you. So a couple more keys. And I want to start with these 2 questions, though. What do you carry? That's question number 1. Question number 2 is, do you know? Do you know what you carry? I'm asking these questions. Do you know what you carry? By carry, I mean, do you know what's actually inside of you? Do you know what's actually in there? Not just in there, but what's actually clawing to get out. Hi, Vange. How you doing? Nice to see you. Go ahead and share it with somebody. All right. Do you know, though? Because I'm telling you, there is something. That is the key to clarity is what's inside. But do you know what that is? Are you aware that there is something there? What I want you to know tonight is you care. When I ask the question, do you know what you carry, and having clarity on what you carry, I want you to know this. I want you to know that you actually carry gems in 3 treasure chests. And here they are. Chest number 1 is what was deposited into you in the womb. Before you even came here. You were born with some stuff is what I want you to know. And I got to drive that point. But some people on here think they're not enough. Some people think that the world has passed them by. Some people think that everybody's going by them and they've been left with a deficit. No, you were born with some stuff. That's your first treasure chest, right? And there's a lot of gems in there. The second treasure chest is this. There are some things that life has been teaching you. So you have been cultivating some gems through the unique experiences that you had, right? It wasn't an accident that this happened. It wasn't an accident that you were born here. It wasn't an accident that you experienced this failure. It wasn't an accident that you experienced these types of successes. Stuff has been brewing all along. These gems, okay? Your life is intentional and it's purposeful. Yeah, you carry that. And the third one, here's the third one. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Coach. Nice to see you. Here's the third one. You actually carry what is actually waiting to be developed. Those things you haven't even mastered yet, they're already in there. Just need some work. So those three things, those three places, you carry those gems in those three chests. I want you to know that. I need you to know that. Because again, some people think they don't have anything. Some people think they came here with nothing, then they're going to leave here with nothing. Not so. Not so. Getting clarity on what you carry is key. And we're gonna walk through that a little bit more. Here's one thing I want to lean into about clarity, though. This is quite interesting. So tonight we're talking about really excavating the asset that's you, digging up those gems, digging up those treasures. That's what we're talking about tonight. Because again, what you carry, it's in there. We just got to dig it out. Here's the interesting thing about that, though. If you're digging and you only have one thing that you can do that you're good at, then you're already clear. There's no confusion there. You can only do one thing. So hey, it's crystal clear. There's no option. But what I believe, the people that are on this call and the people that I'm encountering are of a different ilk. The people that I'm encountering are people who are indeed confused. But here's why the confusion exists. You can do so much. There's so much you can do. When you go on this excavation treasure hunt, man, you can write, you can dance, you can administrate, man, you can do everything. You can do everything well. There's so many things you can do well. So that's why the confusion is there. If you could only do one thing, you wouldn't be confused. Thought about that. So actually being multi-talented, very gifted is an asset, and it could be a friend and a foe, right? Because that can leave you discombobulated. Hi, Carlisa, thanks for joining. Hi, Belinda, thanks for joining, ladies. But that I wanted to point that out. One of my clients, one of the things I told you I do, I'm a book publishing coach. So I coach very brilliant writers to push out their book babies. And one of I'm actually working with a client now. She's almost finished with it. Randy J. Norman. She's doing a book on kingdom multi-hyphenate, and she really unpacks that thing really well about people who are full of gifts. And what do you do? She's done a masterful job. So when that drops, I'm going to post it on my page, and make sure you pick that up. So because that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Hi, Rachel. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Share with somebody. So tonight, I want to kind of lean in there real quick, because I want to talk to a specific group, because I think there's a specific group on the call tonight. I think I'm actually talking to a lot of people who can do a lot of stuff. If that's you, put some hearts in the chat. If you man, you, and it's not a boast, it's just a fact. You gifted. You have a lot of gems in your chest. That's why you're confused, though. You don't know what to do with all of it. Put some hearts in the chat if that's you. Put some hearts in the chat if that's you. That was me. That was me. I can speak to it because that was me. My background is quite mosaic. I'll share with you in just a second. I can do a lot of stuff, but here's the thing though. As I walked through this clarity quest, I told you I went on this quest for about 3 years ago. I began to see how it all aligned. I began to see how it all aligned, and I'm actually using everything. And guess what? I'm clear on it. I'm not confused, and that's where I need you to be, and that's where you will be. So I actually I want to share with you real quickly. I had a coaching client who I actually coached on that very thing, and I wrote about it in one of my books called Hidden in Plain Sight. If you don't have it, pick it up. Everything's on my website. But it speaks to this whole thing about getting clarity and being clear. And again, the audience is those who have so much going on. You're very gifted. You're multi-talented. How do you find clarity? And so this client of mine, she was a millennial. She was very, very gifted, and so she could do a whole lot of stuff. And what I told her, I said, consider the bird. So I'm just going to read this excerpt that I shared with her when I was coaching her through this. One of my passions is to mentor creatives, a population of 25 to 35-year-olds, artists, entrepreneurs. During a coaching session, I received this question from a mentee. She said, how do I figure out how all of my diverse skills, training, career, experience fit together? Does that sound familiar to anybody? You've done a whole lot of stuff. You've been in corporate, you've been a solopreneur, you've been in school, you've been on the art scene, you've done it all. Right? She said, how do I figure out how all of that fits together? How do I get clarity? And this is what my response to her was. I said, consider the hummingbird. Now, Neysa, what you talking about? Consider the hummingbird. Listen. Hi, Tracy. Hi, friend. How you doing, girl? Hometown girl. Love you. I told her, consider the hummingbird. And here's what it said. The hummingbird can flap her wings up to 200 times a second. So fast that it appears as a blur to our eyes. She's the only bird that can fly backward, hover for long periods, and fly in a figure 8 pattern. It is her structure, her makeup, and body features that enables this uniqueness. Are you getting it? You getting it? All parts work together to make her who she is and to, here's the thing, enable what she does. Now here's the epiphany. The hummingbird doesn't have to figure out how to use her wings, her bones, her body type to fly backward. Rather, she can fly backward because she has those parts. She's carrying that already. Likewise, you don't have to figure out how your mosaic background fits into a purpose. Rather, you will sweatlessly accomplish your purpose because of the parts that make you up. Because of what you carry. Because of what you carry. Did you get that? The clarity comes. It's already there. You just have to excavate it. Figure out what it is that you carry. Not really figure it out, but really pay attention to it. Which is why, again, I'm going to circle right back up to that playbook that I gave you at the beginning. You got to sit with yourself. The key is in you. Excavating that asset will bring you clarity. That's what you need. Now, I do realize that sometimes you may need help doing that because life be lifing and we be doing a whole lot of stuff and just really, really busy. So, yes, Sometimes you need someone to stand beside you. Sometimes you need someone to hold you accountable. I have one of my coaches on right now. I'm in a group. I have accountability coaches. Thank you, Bree. Cause she be holding me down. She be holding me tight. Yes, we need that. We need that, right? We need that for clarity. And so I just wanted to stop by and just share that with you, because again, a lot of us think we're not enough. We think we came here empty-handed. We did not. We carry the clarity in us. We just have to dig it up. Take the time to dig it up. Take the time to excavate it. And I'm here. I help you. That's what I wanted to share with you tonight. Next week, we're going to go one step further, and we're going to talk about how to release it into the earth, how to release what you carry into the earth. And I'm going to say this again. If you haven't looked at that playbook, listen, you do yourself a disservice if you don't take time to get to know you. The key is in there, honey. That's where the secret sauce is. And you've been carrying her or him all along, right here with you, and wondering why you confused, because you haven't sat back and asked. You haven't sat back and actually looked at what was actually the gems that you were actually carrying. And I'm going to push you to do that. I'm going to push you to do that. So next week we're going to start there, and then I will share some more resources on how you can get more help if you need. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on Clarity Quest. I love you all so much, and have a great day. You are enough. Bye-bye.